Yo, what it do, YouTube? Like, it's your boy Swaggy JYT, and we back with another reaction video. And today we about to continue the Eminem and like Cricket like part 2. You know what I'm saying, of the interview. And again, I want to thank everybody for helping me get to 1,000 subs, bro. Like, now we on the road to 1,500, bro. I want to welcome all new subs, and of course welcome back all my day ones. Y'all know who y'all are. I rock with y'all A1. And without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this second interview, because I don't want to take up too much of y'all time because it's a long interview. Let's get it.
T-shirts you choose to wear sometimes. I sit back and I see a picture of you rocking the stage. You feel me? Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you, I think you had like Lakim Shabazz on one of your T-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like you know what I mean? And your love for hip hop is just evident. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the T-shirts you choose to wear sometimes. I sit back and I see a picture of you rocking the stage. You feel me? Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you, I think you had like Lakim Shabazz on one of your T-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And a lot of people don't even know, you know, who that call themselves hip hop heads might not even know who that is on your shirt. Is that something you do on purpose? I mean,
it is something I do on, well, A, because I love it, because it's fun for me. Like, it makes me feel like a kid again. It's like, oh shit, I got, you know, I got this album cover on. Like think about, when I think of like iconic album covers, NWA's first album cover, Audio 2's first album cover, like the color scheme of that, like how they was wearing the airbrush shirts and shit. Like having that on a shirt is A, it's dope to me, but it's also like, maybe if I'm doing a show and some of the younger fans don't know who this is, they'll go back and, you know,
go back and say, man, who is that on this shirt?
Yeah.
And
go
get
back
educated.
and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because Lakim Shabazz was fucking nice.
I'm raw and rare. I walk in the square of pure righteousness.
Bars.
Man, and being that much of a, you know, a part of the culture, history books are going to definitely put you as one of the greatest of all time. How do you feel about the concept of white rappers being a guest in the house of hip hop?
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing. I don't know if I've got a chance to say this yet, but
oh man, hey, I mean, this is what we all wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying, about the guest of hip hop thing with Lord Jamar and all that craziness that he's been talking. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
The funny shit is, like, I with the whole beef of a certain person.
Right.
I never said I wasn't a guest.
Right.
Like, I'm absolutely a guest. Like,
I
never said I wasn't.
Right.
And I never said I was king of anything. Right?
Exactly what I was saying in the previous joint when he said it in the interview. Eminem never said he was the king of rap. He was like, you know what I'm saying, the master of it. Like, what are you talking about? He never said that. Period. Like, I said it in one of my previous videos that I've recorded of M's, bro. Like, matter of fact, I think I said it like in the Lord Jamar interview. Like, what are you talking about? Talking about the guest of hip hop? Like, come on, bro.
Like, I had a song called Kings Never Die, but it wasn't me saying. That was one of the beats that Khalil sent me with the hook on it. That was the concept of the song, and I'm like, I can't say I'm the king of hip hop. I could just say, so I threw Run DMC in there, Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? And was trying to, like, because I never want to be like, I don't want to be the king of hip hop. Who the fuck is the king of hip hop?
Super facts.
Like, is there a king of hip hop?
Super facts, and there's never really gonna be a king of anything. I mean, or a goat. Like as far as that conversation keep going, I mean, there can be multiple goats, but there could not be like the greatest of all time, bro. It's like, bro, it's impossible. It's too many talented rappers out here, and that's been doing it just as long as M. They're still doing it like at a high level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, but in order to, I don't know, bro, but like, I mean, to me, there's really is like no king of hip hop or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel you on that.
People would say, just because you sell the most records doesn't mean you're the best. Just because you can rap 40 million syllables doesn't mean you're the best. Like, I care more about rhyming the syllables. You know what I'm saying? Like I care more about the craft than any of the other.
And that
Right.
shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's how
that goes
most
back to
artists should
those who
think.
know. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And
Right.
I just don't. I don't get it sometimes. You know what I mean? I watch these rap media so-called critics and some music journalists, and so many of your bars and your messages goes over their heads, and you know they like even with the content conversation. I mean, you've been having content since day one. You got so much to prove it. You know what I mean?
It's like
Right. You've
sometimes
been
I'm
having
like,
this
what
since
the-
he came in the
What is
game.
content? What are you talking about? What do you want me to talk about? Think about the first time you heard Rakim, right? So when people make these lists, and he's always on the list, but he's also always on my list because to me, greatness is not only how well you do something, but if you were the first to do it. Rakim was the first person that I heard that started using like inside rhyme schemes,
Right.
and coming back at the end and hitting the, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, and like, I mean, I'm not too up on like, you know, like Rakim like that, so I can't really speak on that. Know what I'm saying? Because that was before my era. Know what I'm saying? So I can't even really speak on that.
he
Know?
did something that hadn't even been thought of yet.
Original.
Yeah, it was like, and he single-handedly pushed the genre forward to be more complex lyrically, and
Absolutely.
then birthed fucking Kane and G-Rap, right?
Right.
And man, like those two will always be on my list too, because like Kane was doing confuse and lose, abuse and bruise the crews who choose to use my name wrong will pay dues.
Woo.
Man, come on, nobody was doing that.
Nobody
like
was
that
doing
was
that.
every single fucking word he said
Yeah.
rhymed,
Yeah,
and he just
exactly.
made a sentence with it. Like
And that made sense.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
every
Dope.
person who's a fan of hip hop might feel like hip hop is about something different, right? It ain't about lyrics. It's about how good you flow in your cadence, right?
Right.
Or it ain't like, but it's just about the beat is dope and just having a message over it. That could be what your opinion of what hip hop is about. My
Right.
opinion is hip hop is about lyricism, and the greats who we put up on the pedestal, right? That's what they were about, and that was the beauty of us being able to learn how to do it and learn from them, right? So
Yeah.
like,
Do you ever agree with any of the top 50 lists that circulate on the internet? Have you seen one that you like, oh yeah, that's accurate?
I've seen a couple of them where I feel like, okay, that's kind of accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever want to come off as preachy or be like, you know, you don't understand what we do. We're so much smarter than you. No, it's not about that. But we do the craft, and we do rap at a certain level where we know, like game recognized game, right?
Right.
Right.
Like, you can appreciate Jordan because Jordan was like a spectacle to see, right? It was just like, holy shit.
Right.
But I don't even know half
Yeah.
the shit he was doing.
Just like mechanics. If I hire somebody to fix my car, I'm not gonna hire a painter. I'm gonna hire a mechanic. A mechanic
Yeah.
knows what he's doing under the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't explain what he's doing.
Then you could be like, yo, that's the best mechanic I've ever seen.
Right.
Like I saw what is it called? My expert opinion with Matt Hoffa, right?
Right.
And it was an episode where they were
Yeah,
talking.
but that's dope that Eminem know about. Well, Eminem is a battle rap head. Again, I don't know why I'm even surprised today. Like, I mean, Mav Hoffa know who Eminem is. Eminem know who Mav Hoffa is. So it's all battle rap.
But
all
about
that.
the verse that I did on the Fat Joe thing, and I was like, these are the guys who, if I was coming up like as a rapper or just a fan of rap or whatever, I would want to hear from them because they do this too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like
This is saying that battle rap
game
shit.
recognized game.
Facts.
Like I don't know if this guy is the best mechanic in the fucking world. I
Right.
don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not my thing. But someone who is a mechanic might be like, yo, this guy he's the fucking GOAT.
Yeah. Exactly.
Changing your muffler. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And then we come and argue with that guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's not
Yeah.
the GOAT, and,
Oh,
I'm,
he-
and
yeah,
I'm not a
exact-
fucking
yeah.
mechanic.
yeah. But then again, it's like you don't want to sound too preachy and be like, you just, you know, we're so much smarter than you. You don't understand what we're doing. Like
Yeah.
it's not about that. But but at some point, it's just like I can't take your list seriously if they don't have you on it. They don't have Royce on it. I can't take it serious. I can't
Facts.
take it serious because it's like you don't. you don't really know what you're talking about. So I can't get mad at you.
Right.
I think that a lot of times when people make these lists, they're mistaking the greatest rappers for their favorite rapper. So what they mean to say is,
Facts.
these are my favorite rappers, these are my
Right.
personal favorites,
Right.
right? Jay, Nas, they're always gonna be on that list, right?
Right. You're always gonna be on it.
On some,
Yeah,
but dog,
yeah, on some people, because some people be hating like, nah, M's not top 5, M's not what? What? You sound crazy right now, bro. Like,
I've never seen a list without you on it.
well, I mean, yeah. Well,
You might not be where you deserve to be. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
that's in my opinion, that's how I feel when people don't put you and Royce there, because the longevity, how good you guys have consistently been to be able to keep it up to this level. You know what I'm saying? And like, we're not youngins in this game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we put our time in, but still, even to this day, when I hear a new song by you or a new rhyme scheme, I feel like he's still figuring this out. Like, in other words, you're trying to figure out a way to make this verse better than anything you just did prior to it, right?
Right.
Each
Right.
fucking verse.
right, like you try to outdo yourself every single time you step in the booth, and that's what you're supposed to do as an artist. You're supposed to always just try to bring your best every single track. Like, you try to outdo that. You know what I'm saying? You try to do out your last song, you try to outdo that song, you try to do out that song. It's always a growing process for your abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta really focus down and really, you know what I'm saying, like, get into your craft. You know what I'm saying? Facts, man.
Better than anything you just did prior
Facts.
to it.
You
right?
gotta just constantly
Each
keep doing it.
fucking verse is like, that's how I feel when I listen to you. I'm like, oh, he's still fucking with different flow patterns.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
good
Like,
looking.
and cares about it in the
Deeply.
pockets, and like, I don't ever know where your rhyme's gonna fall at, and I don't know how many syllables you're gonna fucking hit, but that's
Right.
the other thing is, like, when people are like, we don't care about the syllables and all that shit, yo, you need to, because that's the craft of
Hip hop.
doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't
right.
need to. You
MCing.
don't-
That's an
it-
MC. Yeah.
It's up to you. It's up
Oh, hold up.
to you. Like, how you know, whatever you feel, you know. But like, I think that people are just sometimes mistaking best MCs for their favorite rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of favorite rappers, Treach.
Treach, I don't see on a lot of lists either.
Yeah.
And that shit is infuriating to me, because I think that, again, we was talking about, like, Rakim did something that had never been done, and Kane did something, and G-Rap did something that never been done. Treach did, to me, I think what happened with Treach, and this is just in my circle of friends that we talk about shit, one of the common things said is, well, he did OPP, and he did Hip Hop Array,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but he was still rhyming his ass off on those songs, right?
Right.
But he also did something, to me, in my opinion, that, like, there was a time period probably between 91 and about 95 where damn near every rapper in the game was following him,
Right.
and trying to do what he was doing,
Absolutely.
dressing like him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The whole shit moving
Yeah.
like him.
Exactly.
Like, and he was getting on fucking songs and smoking everybody.
Man.
And it was like, yo, when I heard Yoke the Joker, my fucking heart sank. My heart sank, because I was like, I'm never gonna be this good.
Wow.
I might as well quit. I didn't write a line for the
What?
entire summer.
Bro, that's Eminem saying this, bro. What? Come on, bro. Look at the respect that he's giving to everybody, bro. First off, he's showing credit to everyone else, bro. He's just showing homage to everyone else that came before him, bro. Like, how can you not like Eminem after this interview, bro? If you don't like Eminem after this interview, then you just a hater, bro. It's just that simple.
I said this on the Ice-T documentary, but this is real shit. I didn't write for an entire summer. And Proof was like, yo, man, he's good, but you gotta keep,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was just like,
Right. You gotta push yourself,
by the time
bro.
it got to Wickedest Man Alive, I was like, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
You got a favorite Treach verse?
I
What?
got a lot of favorite Treach verses. My when I heard him yoke the Joker, when he was like, oh, fuzzy, dirty, dizzy, duzzy, get the fix he needs. Remember how blistery? You ain't ready for the Freddy you rap. He can't kill me. I step into your dreams, you feel me. Slicing your life away. Just like my mic today, I eat you the psych away. I'm ripping shit right away. Whoa. Man, he was yo. There are some in this genre that have not even caught up to that. All this time has passed, and those verses are so timeless to me.
Right.
Like, you got beef for what we do, talk to the bunny, sonny. He's the man, Bugs, the thug with the money. Funny that you should mention, how's my family, they're covered. What's up to my cousins and my sisters and my Warner brothers? Birds of a feather, flop and fella be together. No matter what you whatever, endeavor, find who's better. You, me, he, she, them, him, those are others. These get you ducks with one pluck, initiate the trouble. For those who disagree or maybe feel the need to front it. Show me your whole entire crew to shoes and I'ma run it. Do you want it? Maybe, yo. I was just like, God damn, no one had did that yet. What he did was, he did wordplay, he did compound syllables, multi-syllable rhyming, and he did it in different styles.
Right.
He never had to, go back and listen to that first album. He never did the same style twice. I loved his image. I loved what he was about. He looked cool. You know what I'm saying? And you believed him.
Right, he was believable.
He looked the part, he acted the part, he was the part, right? So that's why I think a lot of rappers just kind of started going, and I did, like with my writing and shit. By the time the second album came out, I sounded just like him. I sounded just like Treach. I sounded like Cool G Rap. Like, there's so many eras that I sounded like other rappers. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, it's what we do when we're kids.
That's crazy,
we get influenced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're inspired. What you think about Royce as a producer, man? Is that weird?
It's really fucking weird. I told him, yo, years ago, when we first met, I was like, you should, I said, because the way he was picking his beats and like his ear form, I was like, yo, why don't you just make beats? Because when I first started making beats and learned how to do it, you can control what you make, right? So it's like making the song, like Lose Yourself, and sitting there from like the beginning of the, like, down to the end of the completed song, right? Like, you can make that trajectory go wherever you want it to go, right?
Yeah.
Both of us were kind of still focused on rap, right? But he was like, I think he would have rather put his time into the pen. But kept telling him, like, even years later, like, yo, man, I'm telling you, be good at it. And he started doing the shit, and then I didn't hear from him for a couple months.
Damn.
And then he started like hitting me off with beats, and I was like, yo.
Couple months?
This shit is crazy.
That's crazy.
You gonna learn one?
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, how did you get this good this quick? But hey, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. That's dope that like everybody is still contributing to the game as far as like on the mic and like in the production area, bro. It's dope that they can still, just do multiple things outside of that. That's dope, bro. That's dope all day.
I went over there. I'm making beats now, Crook. I said, for real? He started making a beat. I was like, damn, that's just kind of dope. I went outside to smoke a cigar, and I started thinking of a 16-bar rap.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm thinking of a rap to a Royce beat.
Yeah.
And I went back in there like, yo, I'm doing a new album with my little brother's family business. You want to produce the whole thing? And he was like, you think I'm ready for something like that? I was like, yeah, I think you're ready. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we came over and played you know what I'm saying, and stuff over there. And
yeah, man.
That's dope, bro.
You just said lose yourself. I went down the wormhole myself looking at your producer credits. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying, like, bro, like, Eminem don't get enough credit for his producing, bro. Eminem, like, bro, he always tweaks something when it comes to music, bro. And he inspired, I'm pretty sure he inspired, like, like somebody in this generation today with his producing. On top of what he's able to do at the top level still, it's amazing, bro.
I talk to hip-hop fans every single day on Twitter. That's one of the things I do. I engage with them. I ask them questions, rap questions. Do you feel like, because I don't, so do you feel like your name is mentioned enough in the producers' conversation?
No.
I don't.
No.
I don't know.
No, he don't get mentioned enough.
No, I don't. No, I'm kidding. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I love to make beats, right? And over the years, I had learned how to produce, and probably made some of my biggest songs,
Right.
and was just doing what felt right. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But I'm more so like it's fun for me to make beats, but it's not as fun as rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, but I don't know. I mean, I
I mean, because people are like, yo, rappers who make beats, top 5. And I'm like, yo, you got to put him in there. You know what I'm saying? And then some of them don't even realize how many songs that you have produced, you know what I mean? And that they know and love the song. They just didn't know that you produced it. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. I don't even understand how that even happens. You know what I mean? Like, I think you rap so well that it kind of just sucks all the oxygen out of the conversation.
That's deep.
I mean, it's interesting. Like the first album,
That's deep.
you know, like I would sit in there with the Bass Brothers, and Jeff Bass like played instruments, right? Like he played the guitar, he played the bass, he played the keyboards and all that shit. I knew this music better than they did as far as like what it should sound like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That's the producer coming
I
out.
would just sit in there on the drum machine, and I had to have somebody show me how to work it, you know, to keep the metronome going and shit.
Right.
And what started coming out of those sessions, and sometimes I'd be like, yo, okay, what was that chord? Okay, try it. What if you tried that? Now go up with it, right? And then I hum them, because I don't know how to play instruments. So I'd be like, I would just hum a lot of shit, you know? And that's how I started making the beats. And Dre was like, yo, you're producing. That's producing. And I was like, it is? Oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And just fell into, you know.
yeah, like, it's funny, like, I was thinking the other day, cleaning out my closet, that beat was actually a beat I was making for Bizarre.
Really?
Word.
Yeah. And then, I don't remember what happened.
Word. And that was one of M's biggest songs, bro. One of them, bro. That's tough. So what wasn't even supposed to be M's? That's supposed to be like Bizarre's, bro. That's tough. Ooh.
Beat I was making for Bizarre.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
and then,
tough.
I don't remember what happened, but I ended up taking the beat, and I was just like, because sometimes if someone's there, like as I'm making the beat, and they start wanting to write to it, I usually just give it to them, and I don't remember what happened with that.
That's dope.
But
and it just became the stadium mover. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's one of my favorite songs to watch you perform.
really,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. It's just
that's the other thing.
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Like, I'm not a singer, so I remember like some of my early shit was really rough.
Yeah.
Like was really rough. Like, but it was like a lot of times like, and this is from coming up in Detroit. Like, Proof had the connects, right? So Proof used to know Jay Dilla. Proof used to know everybody who was anybody, right? So, and I don't know if you remember that phase
Proof.
where like rap was going through a phase. Well, I mean, it still does it, but there was kind of a phase in like the late 90s where like if you could get a chick to sing on your song,
right.
and you know what I'm saying, like an actual singer chick, and Proof would come over with new music, and man, Dilla's making the beats, and he's got chicks all over his hooks and shit.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, so I would start like thinking of like hooks like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And being like, well, someone else could sing this, and I'll just lay it for right now.
For right now.
And then it ended up becoming a thing where I was just like, fuck it, I'll just leave it. You know?
The good decision. Godzilla, man. I gotta tell you, that's one of my favorites right now.
Godzilla.
My favorites always change when I listen to albums. Right now, I'm fucking with Godzilla heavy every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. I mean, the cadences and all that, like, absolute murder. The beat, who did that beat?
DA.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Juice WRLD. You know what I
R.I.P.
mean? That kid was
R.I.P.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, on that.
R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, bro. R.I.P. bro.
on that joint. Favorites change.
Yo, shout to Juice too, man. Like, yo, that kid was so talented, man.
Facts.
He, like his freestyle he did on
Facts.
Westwood, where he rapped for an hour. Like, what the fuck?
Facts.
And I mean, he was like he might have been mixing a little bit of written in there with,
Right.
but the way he was like, that's the shit that we used to try to do at the hip hop shop, was like try to work on our freestyles, right? But be able to slip in and out of written when you need to. You know what I'm saying? If you got a certain punchline you want to get to take out this dude, right? So to be so
Right.
young, he
Right.
like mastered that so fucking quickly.
Yeah.
It's really
Right.
sad, man, that like his potential was so off the charts.
Very. I tweeted one time, you know, I like this Juice WRLD kid. And you know, I got some real hardcore boom bap type hip hop lyricist fans that follow me too. And they're like, Juice WRLD, he uses auto-tune. I'm like, yo, I dropped a link to that Westwood freestyle. Like, yo,
Yeah.
don't even talk to me, just watch this.
Right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
He definitely had it, man. It's
Definitely,
crazy
bro.
that some of these kids out here, I think that inspired by, you know, you
Yeah.
know, Jay, you know what I'm saying? And they want to really get their pen moving. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you have a favorite? You have any favorites on the new joint?
On my album?
Yeah, on your joint.
Oh, every single one.
It's like
Nah.
every single.
Nah, I mean, you know, I it's funny when, like, you know, when you're making an album and it's like, you know, sometimes you got ideas already. Sometimes you feel like, I don't know if you ever feel like this, but it's like, sometimes I just feel like, I don't feel like having a message in this one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I just want to
Right.
go as hard lyrically as I can.
Right.
You know, and then sometimes, like, you know, I'll get in a certain mood and be like, okay, like, if there's something that I'm passionate about, like, this is making me either angry or excited or whatever it is, right? You know, I might get the idea to do a song about it, like
Right.
the Darkness song. Like,
Right.
when I want to say something, when I feel like I
Fire
really have something
song.
to say,
Fire.
I'm gonna do it.
The Darkness joint. Did you ever feel like you might get some kind of backlash from all this gun politics? You know, the right side saying they want to take your guns, left side saying, you know, we need more gun control. Did you feel like you would get any backlash from, you know, creating
I mean,
that type of song?
I figured I would get some, but it's kind of like, you gotta just, I more so care about what I believe in,
Right.
and whoever else gets
Right.
fucking pissed off, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Facts.
this is my view on it, and this
Facts.
is my take. It might not be your take. So what about the person who is stockpiling his house with 150 fucking guns, right?
Facts.
Like,
Right.
whatever war they're waiting for, I don't know what war you're waiting for. That you need that kind of arsenal. I think there's also something to be said. I know there's avid gun collectors and shit like that. But there's something to be said about somebody who's buying that many fucking guns. I just don't have a record of it, or
Right.
you know, like I'm not on record as having you know, where I'm able to get flagged.
Right.
So it's like the whole message of that song was saying, what about the person that hasn't, you know what I'm saying? There's the first
This is
time
going to be
everything.
the first time they flip out and they
Yeah.
have an arsenal to do it with.
Yeah,
Right.
What about that guy?
yeah,
There's no stopping that guy.
right. And that's what it's when it's like, okay, when you start calling for like background checks and shit like that instead of the actual problem,
Right.
you know, you got to do something with the gun laws.
Yeah.
People start to get like, no, you can't take our guns, you can't take our guns. I'm not saying that.
So when you talk about things like that,
Okay. Hey, yo, we just gonna cut it right there, bro, because I don't want to have this video crazy long, which it is. God dang. We'll be back with the third and final episode, guys, and we out this thing, gang.